Hey, how's it going? Great to see you. This here is not a lightsaber. Well, it could be a lightsaber if you really wanted it to be, but that's not what it's built for. This is another video light, and I know I've been doing videos on a few of these things over the last couple of months. In fact, I did one a couple of days ago. But this one, and yeah, I know I've said this before as well, but this one is quite different, and well, all of these things have really good points of difference. But I think you're going to enjoy this one, so stick around. I'm just going to read out some specs on this one, which is the Weeylite K21, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's got the very similar sort of controller that you've seen to a lot of other lights, except there is something quite different about this one. I'm just going to read some tech specs out for you, and then I'm going to head back over here where I've got a couple of things set up and show you some of the stuff this can do. And I think you're going to like it. After that, I'll tell you where you can get one as well. So here it is. It's the Weeylite K21. It's got the control panel that we're quite familiar with on the back that a lot of these lights have, and a few of the controls and a USB-C for both data and for recharging. Mostly just going to use that for charging. Apparently they're going to bring updates out for it, so we'll see what happens. That will be for some of the lighting patterns, and I'll show you about those later on. At the moment I've just got this thing set to 15% brightness. I can increase that just by pushing these buttons up or down here and make it quite a lot brighter or duller. I can also hit that there to change it down to color temperature, and it will go all the way from 2500 Kelvin all the way up to 8500 Kelvin. So that's from quite a yellow light to quite a blue-white light. You can also change that through to HSL lighting and change the angle on the light, so I'll just move that to angle there. HSL is a 0 to 360 degrees color palette of light, for those that don't know, and as you can see, as I hold the button down, it cycles all the way through that. It will also let you choose RGB lighting settings, so I can just increase or decrease the red, I can increase the green or decrease it, and I can do the same for the blue, and of course any combination. It lets me control all 5 sets of LED diodes in here, so we've got red, green, blue, white, which is going to be a blue white, and Y, which is the yellow white. So that's the LEDs that give you the full color range that you can get out of this, which is quite impressive. All up, there are 160 LEDs in this thing. That is a massive number of them. So you can, as you can see, that's split amongst the 5 colors, but that is a heap of LEDs. Its maximum power output is 8 watts, which is a lot of light. That works out to 170 lumens, but I don't know at what distance it's 170 lumens. I think it's at about half a meter. The color range, as I said, for color temperature range for the white is from 2500 to 8500 Kelvin. That is a very wide range. Most of them sort of go from about 3500 or 4K up to about 6500. And the power range, you can set it down as low as 10% brightness and up to 100% brightness. So that's sort of like 0.8 to 8 watts of power going out. The charging time for it, for a full charge from flat, is 3 hours, and the battery will last you around about an hour at 100%. It'll last you about 5 to 6 hours at sort of 10-20% if you only need a little amount of light. It weighs about 270 grams. It's about a foot long, and that's about it. Now there's something else that this has got that others don't, and that is a remote control app. So you don't see very many of these at the moment with a remote control app. There are a few of them starting to turn up, but not a huge number, and this one does have. I'm going to show you how that works in just a minute, and after I've shown you how that works, I'll show you how to get one of these. So this is the Weeylite K21 in action. As you can see, it's very easy just to move around and try and perfect the lighting and shadow to get some decent shape on whatever it is that you're trying to take photos or video of. This is great for product photography and great for getting up real close in videography, because it's a handheld mic and can be a boom mounted light as well if you want it to be. You can get it into literally anywhere you need to, so easy for lighting from above, below, behind if you need to, around the sides, and just very versatile, so you can move it around and get exactly the same shape that you want. And you can do that with any strip light, you already know that. But The difference with this one is the application it comes with. You see, this has got a cell phone app that lets you do a whole pile of other things. Apart from being able to set one of 19 channels, and on each channel you've got these 8 different groupings, so that's 19 times 8, I'm not going to do the math at the moment, groups and channels. What's that, around about 150, 135. You can get all sorts of these things set up and programmed differently and controlled remotely. And on this first setting here, so this is the CCT settings, I can change the power of the light just by sliding that up and down. As you can see, it's incredibly responsive, and also I can change the color temperature, so from anything from 25 Kelvin, quite a yellow white, all the way up to quite a blue 8500 Kelvin. So there you go, back down to daylight white and variations thereof. It's also got some presets here for indoor incandescent lighting, fluorescent lighting, daylight, lightning kind of light, electrical light, overcast, cloudy light, and shadowy light. And you can also set mid-Kelvin and custom temperature as well. But as I said, I'll just jump back to the 5200 there for now. That gives you a really versatile way of changing your white mood and just getting exactly the warm or cool shot that you really feel like. Now, if you want to try something different out, there's the HSI mode here as well. And you can start in the middle here and just get a very unsaturated white light. It's just a plain nice white light. Or you can increase the saturation up and move it around the edge of the circle here. As you can see on the controller, I've got my finger moving around the edge. You can't actually see that while I'm doing this, but I can show you here, kind of move my finger around here. Very, very responsive, change in color, and literally get any color you want to. And you can change the power of that as well, so you can change the intensity as well as the saturation and the hue. Very, very cool control, and lets you get anything you want. Using multiple of these, I've only got the one to demonstrate at the moment, but using multiple of these can also let you come up with all sorts of different scenes by mixing them together as well, and getting whole new different combinations by being able to project one color from one side, another color from another side, and all of that sort of thing. The third lot of controls it's got are the scene controls. Now these are mostly animated controls, and as you can see, I could hit one of the gradient or flash modes. You can change the speed of it from a slow flash to a fast flash. There's a fireworks mode, which gives you a whole pile of flashing, and you can slow that down to sort of emulate faster or slower fireworks. Once again, you can combine multiple of these together and come up with something unique, and you can also once again change the power down to alter the intensity of it. There's a whole heap of these different types of modes that you can run in. That's a burst, a blink mode. This one here is called a flame mode, but it's actually the undersea or the grass tone modes. They're not exactly lined up correctly on the app for this particular light, and that's something I'm going to be talking to Weeylite about. There's another one here called filming, another one here called TV. And if you look on the back of the control here, you'll see that the images that come up are slightly different, and that actually shows magenta and cyan, so they're not quite what they're saying on here. That one there's supposed to be welding, but that's the magenta that comes up on the back. Sorry, that one's blue. That one's got a G in it for green, I guess, and then a red, an orange, a red, and that one there's the green. So I don't know, I'm not sure what that other one is. But anyway, there's also an alarm mode, a movie mode, so if you could project this onto somebody and make it look like they're watching a film on TV, and change the pace of the film and the lighting changes around. That's can be quite a cool effect if you want to film some people sitting on a sofa watching TV or something. This is the grassland one, which is actually more of the fireplace kind of thing, so you could have that sitting underneath a figure, underneath a character, and just sort of have some flame effects going on there. You could speed that up if you wanted it to be more of a campfire or burning building feel or something along those lines. There's a birthday one, which I don't think is a birthday one, that's just too much of a strobe. This one's called Fairy Tale. There's just a whole heap of different things on here. That's a candlelight one that says one that says fairy tale on the control there. There's actually a candle light, because there's a candle pops up on the back of the screen. So definitely need to realign some of those. But there's that whole heap of different effects in there, and they can be quite useful for creating a lot of the dynamic in your scenes, and that's the important bit, is you've got all these tools for creating dynamic effects. You can also power the thing off from here as well by clicking now. If you do want one of these, which of course you do unless you're completely crazy, in fact you probably want half a dozen of them like me, I'm going to get some more definitely, then there are some links down below that you can use to order them right now. They're affiliate links, so I do get a bit of a kickback, but that's awesome. That helps the channel along, so order them from here. And of course you're going to want one because you can do all sorts of really neat, weird effects and lighting with them, and you can't help yourself, and you can use them as a lightsaber. And you can click down here to subscribe to see more videos like this one, and you can watch this video and this video as well, because YouTube picked them just for you because you like them, and I can use this to highlight the gap between the videos, and it looks really cool. And I'll see you in the next video pretty soon. See you later. It's cool, eh?